talking, and this is a good segue, talking about, the solutions that are really hitting security and customers trying to build a good security posture, they're still
Yeah,
very focused and reserved, and concerned about ransomware. So,
yeah,
how much of ransomware is linked to stolen credentials? We know it's heavily linked to phishing, but how can people break that cycle of stolen credentials, phishing, and really focus on ransomware recovery, not so much worried on some of the proactive side is important, but yeah, I guess how do you break the cycle?
yeah. I mean, I did it when I did incident response. I interacted a lot with ransomed organizations that were in the process of being ransomed. And the one thing we found that gave us freedom in those situations was amazing backups. Right, to be quite honest. Right, if you not only had amazing backups, but had the ability to gain access to those, even in the case of really negative situations. Like for example, we saw lots of cases where not only was the company seeing encryption on their major servers, but the bad guys would also go and wipe the keys from their backup system so they couldn't decrypt their backups, right? And so many cases of, do you have a copy of the keys in a safe? Or is it on Joey's computer? Like, where is Joey's computer? Like, did it get encrypted? And so if you have a really great set of backups, you have a lot of freedom in these situations to make decisions and to get out of that no matter what. That said, there's a lot more things that you can do to keep those situations from happening, such as better EDR deployments, systems that you can deploy to make sure that you can detect encryption when it's happening. And in our case, knowledge of something that's happened that could lead to an actual ransom attack. So we see that anecdotally, it's hard to get really great statistics on how many ransoms there really are, but at least a third of ransoms that are happening are preceded by a malware event that they used to steal, either to deploy that malware within the company or to steal credentials that led to that getting into that company. And so in those cases, understanding that first level of infection or understanding that a phish happened and credentials were stolen, all of those things let you get ahead of the ransom event at the end of the day.